Welcome everybody back to another Boldcast reaction. I'm Lindsay.
I'm Carson.
And today we are watching Attack on Titan Season 4, Episode 11. What happened last time?
What did happen last time?
Last time, we found out about Mikasa and her, royal heritage. We found out that Historia is now, to make children.
Yes.
And inherit the Beast Titan, so
That's right. And Eren freaked out at Hanji. Mm-hmm. And, apparently I saw a reaction. There was one video where you were included and I was blurred out of all of women reactions
and it had,
to that.
A bunch of ones where there's, couples or, two people and
the guy is blurred out. All the men are blurred out in that video. Good content there, but it was funny. But it was funny that, every woman but you was like, don't touch a woman you're just grabbing a woman like that. It was all like that, and then you were just like, look at Eren. It was pretty awesome. But yeah, that's what happened last time. Hope you guys enjoy. Leave a like, subscribe, check out previous Attack on Titan stuff. We're just getting right into it. Support the official release. We're watching on Crunchyroll, of course. Come here to hear what we have to say, not just to rewatch the show. Let's go. Attack on Titan, episode 70.
It's just a prank.
A brick from the wall.
Wow.
Prison break. She just killed that guy.
I mean, she already killed other people, but...
That's true, but she, bludgeoned him to death.
We'll be killed if we stay...
No, you won't.
How about...
I mean, she was betrayed by the person she idolized most. She found out her cousin and, older brother figure was a coward. And, Zeke's a traitor. She's a prisoner in a foreign land. Gabby and Falco's voices. Which one of them is... So he was in a dream and was hearing them, so he's connected to one of them. One of them's getting the Armored Titan. That's what that tells us.
I mean, he could have also just not remembered the fight.
And that's true.
They were screaming at him.
That's true. That's actually true. That is actually true.
He probably just, hurt. He was, pretty much dead at that point, but that, brought him into it a little bit, and then he just got taken out again. It's
hard to say. I think that's the logical explanation, but I think that's trying to tell us that, I heard both of their voices, because it's always been a question, which one of them is going to get it. That's my theory, I guess. Also... I said I would be caught up this episode. I'm pretty sure it's gonna happen at some point this episode. I'm not sure when, but I obviously don't know if either of... That's my guess. I don't know if either of them actually get the Armored Titan. That's just my guess based on dreams and shit. 70 Deceiver. That's a really good Disturbed song.
Oh, what a beautiful place.
This doesn't look like inside the walls.
No, it doesn't.
It's rendered way differently. Really well, the overexposure far away, they're imitating camera quality. She's so brainwashed into Marley that she's not willing to take off her armband. Jesus Christ. Oh my god, Gabby is fucked, man.
I mean, her entire world just got destroyed.
I know, but that's she's willing to grasp on to anything. You have no food. Horses. You're gonna be a horse thief? Back in the day, you used to chop people's hands off for that. I'm not gonna share a meal. You recognize him? Sasha's family.
Just.
I was gonna say it when we saw the girl, but I wasn't sure if you would recognize. But you're supposed to recognize her dad. It's also the different art style. I know that they look different. The most racist little girl on the planet is like... It's so stressful. Everyone's like so freaked out. She's so fucked. She's like grasping onto anything, even if it's the thing that holds her down. And like, they put that on her because they're racist and pieces of shit. What? Flying boat? It's a duck boat, I guess? Is that what they're called? Flagel! Oh, that's cool. Jaeger's victory. He's a fucking hero to everyone. Interesting perspective. Yeah, this was the exact thing that you overthrew. You're doing exactly what you did, what those people did. But it's very different, or is it the same circumstances? Wow. It's the exact same. This is exactly what the king was doing before. It was slightly different because there were different situations, but it's the same thing of like...
This whole season is just the same shit happening.
They were put in the exact same position of the people that they overthrew, and now it's like...
Ooh.
Flock is he's instead of grasping onto Erwin. The new Eldian Empire. Yeah, it's a vague threat. The power's in the threat, not in actually doing it. Mm-hmm. Oh, other people are agreeing. They're like, oh, maybe Aaron's got a point here. Hanji's feeling a lot of weight to these decisions. For the sake of humanity. Throwing Erwin's line right back at her. She feels like shit for sure after that one. It's literally... That's what he meant when Sonus said that. He wasn't just being cryptic and like... She's literally filled the exact same shoes. Is that... That was her. Damn. She's starting to challenge it too. It's so crazy. There's so much like conflict. They were never the people in these positions. That's the same salute that she gave to her that day. What? Why is she remembering that now? What the fuck was that?
It seemed like an odd spot for that. Why does that horse look terrifying?
Horses look fucking scary when they're looking right at you. When, like that, when they're like side-eyeing you, they look very pretty. It's gonna... Oh! It's gonna eat her hair? Is that Charette?
This is what you get. I mean, to be fair, literally no one would expect you to be at this specific location.
I wonder if they... It wasn't made clear if they know that it's Sasha's family.
I can't tell.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
What?
Is that what they teach you in Marley?
No.
Yeah. And they still accepted you. That's what you gotta take. Yeah, and they still invited you in.
I mean, also there are a ton of people from Marley around at this point.
Yeah. What the fuck are you doing, Gabby? She knows! Like, what? You fucking idiot? Run, Kaya!
No, you just...
You revealed
you
your
don't
true
understand.
colors! Because we're not
but at the
devils.
same time,
oh shit. At the same time, what?
Gabby and Falco don't know that other Marlians just like live here. So they think that that was like an accusation when it's, you know.
Oh, this is the town.
Yeah.
That's why she wasn't screaming? The king erased their memories anyway. Yeah, she's like, okay, us? I'm talking about my mom? It has nothing to do with that, Gabby. I don't know when you're gonna get it through your head. You were just born there. Yeah, didn't have anything to do with that. Wasn't a soldier or anything at all. That's the whole episode? That's the whole episode. Damn.
The ending on top of the end of the episode. Just so good.
So I'm not caught up yet. It'll probably be next episode. I thought that it was going to keep moving at the pace, but this one really slowed it down, which I'm happy for. They really, like, zeroed in on this whole part, which is important. Is there after credits? There is.
Shit.
They're on to us. What does Reiner feel about that? Reiner's face? The UN will launch an alliance on Nazi Germany. Except not quite.
We only have, like, months at this point.
Or does he? We don't know if that's we don't know what his fucking goal is yet, dude. You really want to do this, Reiner? You? You want to do this, Reiner? You are you of all people wanted to launch a surprise attack on Eldia? What? So like I was saying, I'm so glad that they slowed this down, because this episode is exactly what this entire fucking season is about. This is what the whole fight of, like, the first half was about. Not just like we've been talking every week, pretty much. Not like, oh, fuck Marley, hashtag Gabby gang, all this shit. It's about, like, putting the past behind you, or not, or like forgiving, but maybe not forgetting, so that things don't happen again in the future, I guess. I don't know. What were you gonna say during the one part? Do you remember when they were going back to the old town? Right, I cut you off and you were...
I think I finished it.
What?
It was that Gabby and Falco don't know. Like it makes... It's really interesting to see Gabby and Falco different responses, because Falco is sort of observing how the other people are behaving, even though he doesn't have a lot of information. But Gabby is just basing herself, like, on what she already knew. She's not, like, taking in the new information. So even though both of them don't know that other Marlians are, like, there and in society, so when she hears being like found out that she's from Marley, she thinks, okay, they must know that I came here during this and am, like, a spy or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm going to attack. And Falco is like, I can see that's probably not what's going, like, they're not accusing us and getting ready to, like, take us out or whatever, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
But it makes sense that she would immediately jump to that, because she's, like, so on edge with everything that's going on. And if you didn't know and you just got accused of being what you think they think is the enemy, then you'd be kind of thrown off by that. If you think that while you are on this island, if you are a Marlian, they will kill you.
Yeah.
Then of course you're going to immediately retaliate, but that's not the case. So I guess it's just interesting to see that, and it's interesting to see how far it goes, and it's so interesting because she is clearly, like, in a fight with herself, but she can't let go, because so much of her entire identity and life, everything that she has worked towards, and now that she's there, she has separated herself completely. She's like, you doing this because she feels as though she and, like, the people she knows have atoned for it, like owned up to it, and have been working to better themselves and make up for their sins.
Yeah.
Whereas these other people haven't. So it's not just now. It's not constantly, I have to prove I'm one of the good ones, but it's also, I can't sympathize with the bad ones.
Yeah, because then
I'll be one of them.
Yeah, and then everything that you've worked for, everything that you believe in.
And if you admit that you're the same, well, then your entire identity and, worldview has to change. Your entire
sense of self-worth is wrapped up with becoming an honorary Marleyan, and that's all she's known, and that's all she's worked towards. That's her entire goal, and she can't let go of it for the life of her. And it's like she's willing to cling to her chains if it's the only thing that she knows that's around her. If all of her heroes are not what she thought they were, like they all got fucked up or betrayed her. Like Reiner, they were screaming for Reiner, and they wanted it to be oh yeah, and then Reiner rises from the rubble and beats Eren Yeager down and saves the day. But no, he got one punch by Eren immediately, and he waited that long because he didn't want to fight. He was just lying there dead, like Eren in the fight with Annie at the beginning. He didn't want to. He didn't have the will to engage. It's the same shit. And, yeah, man, it's fucked. And then there's all the stuff with Flock and the new...
Yeah.
The new... it's fucked up that the Eldian restorationists on both sides, you know?
Yeah. And it's just so weird because they're... And it's difficult for people like Hanji or even Mikasa and Armin and people in the position where they're they were there for it all before.
Yeah.
And now they're still there, but in a more position of power. And they're somehow justifying to themselves that it's different, even though they know that it's
they're not though. That's the thing, is they're not justifying. They're not they're not. That's what's fucked up about it, or that's where the struggle comes, is that they can't find a justification. When Mikasa's talking to Luis, or when Hanji's talking to Flock, or whoever, and that's basically what Armin was saying last time. Even Armin, the closest one to Eren, who thought he understood him more than anybody, and who does understand him more than anybody, he's also a Titan now. Armin is starting to make hedge his plans to maybe we could fucking feed Eren to somebody and figure it out from there, I guess. They don't know. Nobody can come up with a justification for what they're doing, and that's why Hanji was getting all frustrated and all fucked up as soon as she literally flashed back to the exact moment, the exact thing that Sonnis said to her when she overthrew the government with Erwin. It was I hope you are ready for the weight of it, because this job isn't easy, and it's not because I'm evil. It's not because I hate humanity. It's because I think that I'm protecting it. So I withheld information and kept things secret, and worked towards what I felt like was peace within the walls, under our great king and the ideals that he represents. That's all I did, and he did horrible things in service of that. He tortured people endlessly. He killed people for trying to go outside the walls and have their freedom and invent things that were like there was a sniper scope or something that somebody invented. Killed him, killed Erwin's dad, killed Armin's parents, everybody who strove towards creating something greater. We had to tamp it down because the world outside is not worth fighting, at least from their perspective. And now our heroes are in that exact position where they need to decide what kind of leaders they want to be, how they want to control the information. Is it possible for them to be just completely open like they were when they overthrew the government in the first place and just tell everyone? Or are they going to start worrying about a mass panic? Did they talk about that at the start of the season as well? I forget. Or was that last season?
About what?
But there was a very similar decision where a bunch of the upper crust military guys were oh, we gotta keep it a secret, or it'll cause a public outrage or a panic or whatever. And then they're just are we just gonna? It was either Hanji or Levi or somebody, and they're just are we just going to do exactly what Rod Rice did. We're just gonna hide everything from the people, or it might have been Historia. I'm not sure. They said the exact same thing either this season or last season. It's fucked up, and that's the rough thing there. It's just like, are we gonna go down the exact same path, or are we gonna find a different way to handle this, or is it even possible at this point?
And then it's also different. It's like the weird thing, because even as the audience, you're like, well, this is kind of different, right? Like, it's kind of different, but then it's kind of not.
It's the exact same thing.
It's the exact same thing. But then it's also, they have, like, the plot twist of Eren doing whatever he wants, and then them having to, like... But they still make the decision to, like,
that's how
go
it's different,
with it.
is that the king isn't with
it's
it.
It's not everyone, like, okay, we're gonna, like, not everyone's on the same page.
Yeah.
But,
especially the one who, like, is in control of the rumbling and the walls and all that shit and can turn things sour if need be. So the threat's out of their hands. And, but if Eren gets in contact with Zeke, then he'll be able to start the rumbling or do whatever he wants, whether that's his goal or whatever it is. I still think he's playing a long game, and I don't know this for sure. I don't know how this ends. I don't know anything. I think that he's playing the long game of... That's what his talk with Hanji was about. That's my theory, is that he's playing the long game of, I will take all the hatred on myself. I'm going to eat all the Titans, if need be, and then I'm going to find a way to, like, seal myself away or kill myself or something, and, like, destroy the walls or something. Find a way to separate the evil of Titanhood from the Eldian people, put it all in me, somehow, like, wipe their memories, or, like, steal the Titan juice out. Maybe if he recollects all the Titans, then he'll be able to, like, strip the curse of the Titans out of all the Eldian people, somehow make that known, and then seal himself away or something like that, and let everybody who's still alive, except for Armin, I guess he'll have to eat Armin, which is going to be rough. In this case, in this random theory that I have, that's my idea. I don't know if that's, I don't know what it
seems a little much for me.
Does it?
Just a little bit. It seems like that, like...
What do you think? What's your theory?
I don't know. I feel like it's going to be a bit more messy than that. I feel like that would be a really clean, like,
yeah,
the one...
Well, when I say he's just going to do all that, I don't mean, yeah, he's just going to walk over, get all this shit. I'm saying between now and the end, but no matter what, like, a bunch of shit could happen. I don't know what. I think that's how it's going to end. That's my idea. That's Eren's main plan, is, like, that's his solution, is taking everything on himself, separating it from the Eldian people somehow, and letting everybody live in harmony, or just killing all the Eldian people and just removing that from the world. But I think that's less likely.
It's just, I feel like even if only one person was to blame, I don't think it would ever solve anything, because even in Marley, all these Eldians that have not been anywhere near, like,
but they can still turn into Titans.
Yeah, so you'd have to get rid of that. But
that's what I'm saying.
I know, yeah, that's what you're saying, but I don't know how that could... Like, I guess I'm just interested in, like, how that could be... Well,
because Ymir, the original Titan, spread that amongst their people, or, like, bred that into their people over, like, a long time. I forget if it was, like, a magic thing of, like, yes, all the people within my domain now have the ability to turn into Titans, or if she, like, created that over a long time. And the Titans got passed down. They split from one Titan of Ymir to 9 Titans. And then everyone else beneath that had the ability to turn into Titans, etc., etc. That's how it worked originally. So maybe if there's a way... He already has the Warhammer Titan. He has the Attack Titan. And he has the Founding Titan. Mm-hmm. If they have the Colossal Titan on their side, all the other Titans are coming there. The Beast Titan is already there. If that's his plan, he could take all of them. I don't know. Like, that's my idea.
Yeah. It's also interesting that now looks like all the Titans are heading to the island.
This is my last war. They're literally doing that. They're betting it all on this gambit, on another surprise attack before the World Alliance.
But I don't trust that it working out, because Zeke, like, knows them so well. He knows the people that he worked closely with for years of his life.
I wonder why Reiner wants it so bad. Like, do you think he's not the type to just genuinely want to go back to the fucking island? Like, he doesn't want to... Does he personally want that? Why does he want to do that?
I don't know. It's a weird thing, because I feel like he could... he could just genuinely be super mad that Gabby and Falco got caught up in it, but they were already kind of caught up in it. Like, they were going to be Titans one day. But yeah, I don't know. But then it's like, does he just want to go out there so that he has the chance to die again? Does he just not want to sit around for 6 months?
I don't
suffering?
know. I don't know what he wants.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. But I do think that Zeke has probably thought that they might come before the 6 months, because they're banking on, Zeke will be counting on that we won't be coming for 6 months, so we can go now and surprise him. But I feel like Zeke seems to have like a pretty solid plan in place, and I doubt that he would have overlooked the fact that these people that he knows extremely well and like knows what they might decide to do would just sit around and wait when they have the power to not sit around and wait.
But they don't. Like, their fleet is fucked. They lost like a bulk of their army. I mean, it wasn't a bulk of their army. It was 30,000 soldiers, right? 30,000 in the fleet. They had like 1 million total troops. They could storm it, but it would, like, with the Titans they have left, it's an all or nothing gambit. They'd have to send fucking everything in order to make it actually work, because the walls are like really easily defendable. Like, even no matter what you have, unless you carpet bomb them. Like, they have planes too. They could, or do they have planes? They only have blimps. They don't have full on planes, do they?
Well, they now have a flying boat, which may be similar to a plane.
Yes, fueled by, well, that's Hiruzu. That's their specific technology. That's not Marleyan technology. So, and that's the prototype. So there's only one of those in existence, presumably, and it's powered by Iceburst Stone, which is only accessible from the island. So Marley, even if they somehow got the blueprints, were able to build one themselves, they don't have the concentrated fuel source that Hiruzu has. So that's one piece in our pocket. In our pocket. I'm not really on their side either, I guess. Or I'm not on, I guess, if I'm on a side, I'd say that I'm on Parody's side. That I'm on Eldia's, like, the Wall's side. Not on New Eldian Restorationist Empire side. Not on Marley or the rest of the world. Definitely not on Hiruzu's side. But, yeah.
It's interesting because it seems like there's not even a point in really having a side. It's just,
yeah, I'm not enthusiastic about it, but if I had to pick one, that like has the best intentions, then I'd pick Parody. But they did commence that attack. They did follow Eren into battle and fight that. But I don't know.
I'll be interested to see in the next while, what Gabby's like, we had like a lot of her.
Yeah.
This episode, I'll be interested to see if she does, like, if she ever, like, if her mind slowly begins to change, or if she, like, sees the other side but then can't accept it in the end and can never, like, you know, get rid of.
Do you think she will?
I don't know. It seems like,
I don't know either. I don't know.
it seems like she could, but she has to be open to that, and depending on what happens.
I think she could. I don't know.
I don't think it'll ever fully go away for her, necessarily.
I think even if she does, like, I predict that she will, but I don't think that I think that giving up her, like, nationalism and, like, brainwashing for Marley will equally give up, like, her will to fight at all. Like, it will completely take the steam out of her, and she won't be able to be, like, an active character in this war. Like, if she gives that up, if she gives up the side that she's on, she's not going to switch sides. She's going to give up entirely.
Yeah.
Or die. Or just kill herself or something. Like, something like that.
That's what I feel like.
Because it's so wrapped into everything she is that she can't just, like, separate
I don't think she's going to go from hating one to hating Marley. Like, I don't think she's going to have, like, that flip of now, oh, fuck those guys. I feel like she would just, like, maybe come to terms with that, what she knew was kind of, not the full truth
I don't think she's going to come to terms with anything. I think that I think she's going to give up, but I don't think she'll ever be able to come to terms with what's really going on there. It's so wrapped up in what she is. I doubt she'll be able to be like, you know what I thought was wrong, and I can't, like, even if it's just that, I don't think that she's ever going to fully accept that. She'd never say that. She'd never, like, say that. I don't see Gabby in, like, 5 years say she survives all this shit. Like, looking back on it and being like, yeah, I was really brainwashed. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. We were just kids back then, after all. Like it took, unless, I don't know, like, Reiner went through a similar thing. Eren went through a kind of a similar thing, so maybe, but, I don't know. We'll see. Anything else you want to say about the episode? About Gabby, about, Kaya, about the orphan farm, about anything?
Yeah, it's just interesting they landed at, like, the perfect place. Literally the home of the parents of the girl she killed.
Yeah.
And not only are they just nice people, they also just look after orphans on a horse farm.
Yeah.
They're just like, it's like the most wholesome thing. And I do think that it was really brave of her name's Kaya, the other girl, yeah. I think it was really brave of her to, like, take these people that she knows hate her and, like, really open up to them and share her story.
Yeah.
That was just a really brave thing for her to do with this girl who literally tried to murder her with a pitchfork a few minutes ago. And I really also respect Falco, who is, like, much farther along in his journey than Gabby, of, like, realizing that the people that he thought were evil are also just people. And I think him watching Reiner, like, deal with that, like, have that conversation with Eren.
Yeah, that was,
like, he knew Eren, but it was, and then when he found out that Eren wasn't who he thought he was, it should have been, like, a massive betrayal. These people are truly evil, but because
the way that Reiner...
But because of Reiner's reaction, it really informed him about,
what
okay,
really
that's
happened,
not,
yeah.
it's not so simple here. There's a lot more complicated things.
Yeah.
So I feel like him being there for that discussion was truly, truly pivotal to his understanding. And why, even though he was raised the same as Gabby, he's not fully within the same mindset that she is.
Well, we're going to see what happens next time. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you leave a like and subscribe if you like Attack on Titan. If you want to see more reactions and reviews, you can check out our channel. You can check out the uncut for this on our Patreon. Hope you enjoyed most of all. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
I'll see you in the next one. Bye.